New data from the FBI is once again debunking the Trump claim that Biden and the Democrats were encouraging crime. That's right, the figures released on Tuesday show that America is not only as safe as it had ever been, it was safe during the Biden administration. Oops. Every category of crime had decreased in frequency, while violent crime in particular dropped to levels not seen since the 1960s, per the report. That's right. The Bureau's annual reported crimes in the nation statistics report reflects a 4.5% year-on-year decrease in all violent crime nationally in the year of 2024, with murder and non-negligent manslaughter falling 14.5% from the 2023 figure. Crime just keeps going down and down and down and down and down. Reported rapes were down 5.2% from the year before. Aggravated assaults and robberies declined 3 and 8.9%, respectively. Again, during the Biden administration, which then candidate Trump claimed was soft on crime. Weird. How can someone who's so soft on crime preside over a gigantic decline in crime? Year on year, by the way. It's not just 1 year. Okay. The fact of the matter is crime has been going down and down and down. The only time that it ticked up was in the middle of the pandemic, which, by the way, it hasn't ended, the pandemic. People are still getting COVID. Okay. People are still getting sick. People are still dying. But in the middle of that, 2019, 2020, crime went up. Just a little bit. And then right back down, year over year. And yet, in May of 2024, Trump had told reporters attending his hush money trial in Manhattan, this is ironic, right, that New York prosecutors were too focused on prosecuting him while people are, quote, being mugged and killed outside. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Really? Now, he continues, the FBI report showed that murders in cities with more than 1 million residents had actually declined by 19.1%, the highest percentage of any category of crime, while rape, robbery, and aggravated assault dropped between 1 and 9.8%. According to crime analyst Jeff Asher, the nation's murder rate for 2024 went down 26% from 2020's figure, and roughly even slightly lower, actually, relative to where it stood pre-pandemic. The nation's reported violent and property crime rate stood at the lowest levels since the 1960s in 2024. He added that the 2024 data adds confidence that 2025 will feature the lowest murder rate ever recorded. Weird. Now, wait a minute. Trump, he was saying things like, the Biden crime wave, he's soft on crime. The crime's everywhere. It's murders and rapes are all the time. We got to stop them. You got to stop the soft on crime Democrats. Really? Now, there's more. The report also found that hate crimes motivated by bias towards race, ethnicity, and ancestry, religion, sexual orientation, disability, gender, or gender identity also slightly dropped, with 11,679 criminal incidents and 13,683 related offenses. In 2023, those figures respectively hit 11,862 and 13,829. Now, that said, I'm going to give you a caveat on this one, okay? Those figures got challenged by the Arab American Institute that said, although some bias categories experienced slight declines from last year's record highs, these numbers should be interpreted cautiously, said Maya Berry, the group's executive director. From the chronic underreporting problem to discrepancies in hate crime reporting between communities, to the deeply troubling moves to politicize hate crime data collection, we must understand this data serves as not only a stark reminder of the challenges we face, but a call to action. It underscores the urgent need for civil rights protections that are robust, inclusive, and enforced. Look, this government, the Trump government, they no longer take, for example, hate crimes against transgender people seriously. And so, yes, you would not have a lot of transgender people trusting at all and reporting crimes against them. And so that is very, very important to note. So, yes, there is underreporting, but when it comes to other types of crimes, again, murders, property crimes, etc., that's down. Now, the report also showed that 64 law enforcement officers had been killed feloniously during 2024 in the line of duty. Guns were used in 46 of those deaths. Of course, Republicans against gun control. Additionally, 43 more officers died in accidents over the year, most in vehicle-related accidents. Now, they also claimed that more police had been assaulted, rising in 2024 to 85,730, a 10-year high, and it is expected to go even higher in 2025. Now, I'm going to tell you why those numbers have gone up. Police have been well known to exaggerate on their reports. Basically, they lie. Cops lie literally all the time. For example, if you're getting arrested and you move, yes, you move or respond to someone violently arresting you, they're going to add on the charge of resisting arrest and then claim that I have been assaulted. No, you haven't. And we've seen that with ICE too, how they exaggerate the number of assaults against them. In a lot of cases, you have video evidence that have shown that these people were not being assaulted at all. These ICE agents, these police officers, combine that with the fact that ICE goes out without identifying markers, they're wearing masks, and it wouldn't be a shock that some of their targets believe that they are being kidnapped or assaulted by criminals, which isn't far from the truth. They actually are. Prosecutors have also been forced to drop or flat out refuse to pursue charges against some of the numerous individuals, citing false and misleading reports by immigration officers, as well as video footage showing that those who are accused of assaulting these officers are actually the victims. So, look, all of this should tell you, once again, that cops lie, Trump lies, conservatives lie, Fox News lies, mainstream media lies when they talk about crime. That's it. And look, some ostensibly liberal media has been caught doing propaganda, running cover for ICE, claiming that Venezuelan gangs were taking over entire city blocks and apartment buildings based on viral videos spread by the right wing. When in reality, of course, none of that was true. And that's the problem. Okay? The right has become so good at weaponizing fear of crime that they have empowered the worst people. And look, a lot of liberals and centrists were scared into shoving more funding into policing and into border patrol enforcement, which has a long and racist history and continues to damage communities of color way more than they would ever protect them. And of course, the media has aided them so much. Gallup survey. In 23 of the 27 Gallup surveys conducted since 1993, at least 60% of Americans have claimed that there is more crime in the U.S. now than there was the year before. But that's not true. Since 1993, the nation's violent crime rate has actually fallen by nearly half, while the property crime rate has fallen even more steeply. In fact, Americans were about twice as likely to be the victim of a violent crime in 1993 as they were in 2022. That's how far it's fallen. According to the Pew Night Initiative, a research program funded jointly by the Pew Charitable Trusts and the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, shows who's to blame. It's local news. That's right. More Americans get local news about their crime than any other topic except for the weather. Look at that. And there's more. Americans who often consume local crime news are more likely to be concerned about crime in their community affecting them or their family. And that's it. There it is. Trump, by the way, and the right wing have successfully weaponized And the idea that we are living in dangerous times, there's criminals and gangs everywhere. Oh my God. Now, the irony here is we actually are now living in more dangerous times, but it's not because of criminal gangs. It's because of the militarized police. It's because of ICE. It's because of climate change. Yes, it's because of corrupt politicians. It's because of corrupt corporations that are robbing us. And of course, lying media that defends the status quo, where the rich and powerful continue to get richer while distracting us and making us fear our neighbors, especially ones that might look a little different than us. No, the real enemy, the big enemy here, is fear and ignorance. It has been before, and it's still true now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.